Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? Today I'm reacting to Qxir's video. Fuck, I just fucked up my fucking webcam, god damn it. Qxir's video, why the US government hoards millions of cheese wheels in underground caves. This is gonna be talking about, government cheese. I don't know a ton about it. I know that there was a surplus of milk products and, price was falling and rising, and they essentially wanted to create a way to support dairy farmers. So the deal was the government would buy their excess product from them if they couldn't sell it anywhere else, ensuring that they at least made some profit and, didn't just lose all that money and potentially go out of business. Now the reason it was originally probably mostly milk, but milk doesn't preserve very well for long periods of time, so they had to do things to make it last longer, change it into other products like condensed powdered milk, condensed milk, stuff like that. But one of the biggest was cheese, because it stays well for a long time, pretty easy to store, you can just stack it on top of each other, and it can be used in a lot of things. Both my dad and mom, actually, when they were growing up, got government cheese, and both of them said it sucked. But other than that, I don't know much. I've never had it. I'll be interested to learn more about it, especially since I don't know how deep you'll go into it, but it does kind of tie into, fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit, I'm stupid. God damn it. Sort of like the time period around the Cold War, and even earlier in late World War II, of just America trying to find a way to sustain itself during wartime. Keep our economy afloat one way or another. Which we were pretty good at, given we didn't really have to worry about being bombed or anything in either of the wars. Well, in World War II we didn't have to worry about it much. The West Coast was shelled a bit by Japanese submarines, I believe. But regardless, we didn't lose a ton of factories or anything like a lot of Europe did. Anyways, I rambled for a bit there and stuttered quite a bit. Let's just get into watching it. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. The link to the original video will be in the description below. Make sure to go over there, show Qxir the love. He makes great videos. They're nice, short, educational, and pretty funny. So, yeah, make sure to go check him out. Like, comment, subscribe to me and him. And recommend something you want me to watch, or an improvement you think I could make. I'm getting a better microphone, hopefully. Soon, hopefully. That should make me sound less shit. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright, let's get right into the reaction. Check it out. Qxir.
Did you know that the US has nearly 1.5 billion pounds of cheese stockpiled?
Right off the bat, I knew they had a lot. I did not know it was 1.5 billion. I figured that would have... I don't know if that's gone up or down since it was first, created. I figured it'd be down more because, dairy prices haven't been fluctuating as much, so I think it would be, stable and probably decreasing the amount of supply we needed to take in. Guess not.
Much of it in underground storage facilities like the Springfield Underground in Missouri. What would the US government possibly want with all this cheese? Sounds quite nefarious, actually. I bet the cheese is full of crack and the whole thing is part of a CIA drug smuggling operation. But what's the official explanation?
Shit like that would not surprise me. Like if they fucking planting cheese filled with crack to certain individuals they want to target. They walk up offering out government cheese. Oh, here, take this, it's free. Hands it to a person they want to, arrest. And then the second that person takes the cheese and I don't really want this. They turn around, there's an FBI agent waiting there. Oh, what's this? Grabs the fucking block of cheese, breaks it over their knee oh, smuggling crack in here, huh? How dare you take advantage of our generosity. You're going away for a long time. That is some shit they would actually try to do. They faked a vampire attack once. I wouldn't be surprised what else they'd try.
As one might expect of a story relating to cheese, it starts with milk. During World War II, much of the world was subject to wartime rationing and food shortages, which led to growing concern over the stability of our food supplies. In times of crisis, the markets can become volatile, with demand and prices fluctuating wildly. This is a problem for things like dairy products. If the government needs more warplanes, it can quickly ramp up production by allocating more resources to that industry. But if it needs more milk, well, there's kind of a limit on how quickly you can respond to that. You can't just construct more cows, and you certainly aren't going to pull any from out your arse. You have to pull them out from other cows' arses, and that process takes a long time. For this reason, dairy can be more severely battered by fluctuating prices. In the US, the government stepped in to respond to these concerns with the 1949 Agricultural Act. Under this act, the government could guarantee a price on dairy products. So, if a dairy farmer couldn't sell his produce on the market, he could sell it to the government and avoid losing a lot of money.
Yeah, it was a pretty sound way to, try to ensure that if, like you said, a war or any other major event like that happens, you're not going to experience a major plummet, at least as fast and as big a crash as you would without this system in place. It did kind of a little too successful. They got a lot more milk than they were probably hoping for and expecting, which kind of led to them, creating just a ton of cheese and just kind of having to toss it out to people, I guess, for free.
This successfully stabilized the dairy market, but it meant that the Department of Agriculture, the USDA, would have to take on large stocks of dairy. This is a problem for milk because it expires as soon as you take your eyes off it. The shelf life is literally the time it takes for your eyes to move from the milk to something else. So the milk had to be converted into other forms, like butter or dehydrated milk powder, or cheese. The USDA would hold on to these stocks until it could sell them for a higher price. Over the years, however, the stocks gradually grew. This became a big problem in the 1970s when the US was experiencing skyrocketing inflation. To support the collapsing price of milk, US President Jimmy Carter promised to aid dairy farmers. This led to the USDA buying absurd amounts of dairy products and created the largest dairy surplus in US history. There was 560 million pounds of cheese in storage. It was costing them around $1 million a day for this. The problem was so bad that a USDA official was quoted as saying the most practical thing to do would be to dump it in the ocean. As dreadful as that sounds, you may be surprised to learn that didn't actually come to pass. This is one of those rare times where we got the good outcome.
Yeah.
You see, instead of dumping millions of pounds of food into the ocean, someone had the idea to just give it away. There were millions of people in need, so why not just give them the cheese?
Free cheese.
Seems like a more sensible option, which is why it's so surprising they went with that.
Yeah.
Of course, not everyone was happy
Sensible and the government don't go together super well
about this. Why? Well, to answer that, let's play a little word association.
Communist.
When I say American society, what's the first word that comes to your mind? Yeah, it wasn't empathy. Now, in fairness, the bone of contention was that the USDA was supposed to be supporting the dairy industry, and if they were just giving away dairy products, well, wouldn't that negatively impact the industry? The answer is not necessarily. If you give a wheel of cheese to a person who's going hungry, it's not like you took away a sale from the industry, because that person was more than likely never going to buy a wheel of cheese. They'll eat it, but wheel of cheese probably wasn't very high up on their shopping list.
Yeah.
In 1981, US President Ronald Reagan signed into law the Agricultural and Food Act. Any state that asked for the cheese could receive £30 million to be given freely to those in need by non-profit organisations. And so it was that all across America, those on welfare, food stamps and social security received the so-called government cheese for no extra charge. Ronald Reagan gave poor communities this free food. Are we sure there wasn't crack cocaine in this cheese?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's better than the other stuff he gave poor communities.
Many people were happy with the government cheese, although others disliked the taste. Ungrateful bastards.
I mean, to be fair, you've seen what it looks like on the outside, and from what my dad says, it wasn't yellow, it was like cloudy white. And from what my dad says, it was that same color all the way through. One time he got one that was almost like pure white. Like he said, it almost looked like not dried, but like lard almost. Like it was so white and sort of like crystalline like that, which sounds awful.
You don't like the free cheese? How about the free nothing instead?
That's
Or
fair, yeah.
maybe I'm an American. In the 90s, the dairy market
He's becoming one of us. It's working.
stabilised and government cheese became a thing of the past. What's interesting about this is the role the government played in this. Remember the Got Milk campaign? That was created by Dairy Management Inc. This non-profit corporation also partnered with fast food chains, pushing them to add more cheese to their menus and helping them with marketing. Examples of this partnership include Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza, Wendy's Jewel Double Melt Sandwich concept, and Burger King's Cheesy Angus Bacon Cheeseburger. This turned out to be very successful for these companies and led to massive cheese sales growth. But Dairy Management Incorporated wasn't some private consultancy agency. It was created by the USDA in 1995. The same USDA that was at the centre of the government's anti-obesity.
Why did you have to choose this picture, this still frame, where it looks like she's an evil supervillain, like, imagining, like, crushing the skulls of her enemy? Like, yes, they shall fall before me. High sugar levels.
Obesity push. Remember when Michelle Obama was giving out about the cheeseburgers and the pizzas? The government, and more specifically the USDA, was warning about the dangers of saturated fat, which cheese is high in, and urging a reduce in consumption for the benefit of the public's health. Meanwhile, this government-funded organisation was spending millions to help fast food restaurants move more cheese. To great success.
Yeah, once again, like I said earlier, common sense and the government don't really go together super well.
That sounds a lot like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. I guess cheese just has that effect on the US government. I mean, it basically turned Ronald fucking Reagan into a communist. Truly, the power of cheese is almighty.
Oh, holy shit, I just got bitten. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Dude, so, I live in New York, rural. We get these field spiders, these big, like, brown, fuzzy ones. Fucking giant one, like, this fucking big was fucking just starting to crawl on my foot. Sorry to interrupt the video. That just scared the shit out of me, dude. Whoa. Ooh. I gotta, hang on. I gotta clean. Alright, I'll set that there. Sorry to interrupt the video. I just had a fucking heart attack.
Today, the USDA is storing about 1.5 billion pounds of cheese, although it only owns about 300 million pounds of that, and the rest is owned by private companies.
Oh, alright, that makes more sense. I guess. I don't know why the government's storing it for them, but, I mean, you know. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Cheese is still used for food aid in more recent times.
It makes sense.
That's why the US government ended up with all these cheese wheels in underground caves. Some of it does go to good causes. I imagine a lot of it just goes to waste as it expires, but that's just how government programs work. They're wasteful. But if you lost your house to an earthquake or something, the government might come around and give you a bit of cheese. So I guess all in all, the subterranean cheese stockpiles are for the greater good. I mean, it's not the worst thing they're stockpiling. So what do you think about the cheese?
Really hope they never missed those two up. Oh shoot, we had a natural disaster. Ship out some of the cheese. Yeah, sure. This truck's going to that natural disaster. It's full of cheese. This one's going to a nuclear test site. They end up switching the logs around, and a bunch of poor people who just had like their house destroyed by a hurricane are given like Tomahawk cruise missiles or something. Honestly, more valuable than the cheese. So honestly, probably rebuild your house with that.
Caves. Yeah, that's real interesting. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you liked the video, and why not watch some more of my videos? I have a lot of them by now. You can also buy a channel membership and gain access to these emojis when you comment. It'll also put a badge beside your name so all the plebs can instantly recognize you as a paying member.
Yeah, make sure to go over there and check him out. Like I said, go over to him and like subscribe. Like I say whenever I react to somebody, they made the content. I'm hoping to watch and add something, which I hope I do. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm also recovering from a cold, so I got an itch in the back of my throat. But, obviously I couldn't do this if they weren't making it. I love his videos. Make sure to go check him out and like him. They're great. Thanks for making such great videos. Hope all you guys have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the original video. Tell me anything you want me to react to in the future, anything you want me to play in the future, or any suggestions you have on what I could do better for this channel. Like I said, I'm getting another mic, so, I mean, hopefully that does it. I'm going to clean up this giant dead spider, because it splattered everywhere. And my dog's just asleep on the couch. Why didn't you protect me from this thing? God damn. Alright. Have a good day, guys. Bye.